Rose to Towns. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Chance for Paul. And the rebound for Towns. Rose into the front court. We're a minute into the second quarter. To Towns. Rocking the rim. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Harden against the former MVP. To P.J. Tucker, beyond the arc for 3. The rebound's taken by Wiggins. Rose to Towns. Goes reverse to lay it in.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Rockets in control of the basketball. Harden to Paul. Lets it fly from long range. And Chris Paul, veteran move. Well defended, still buries the 3.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
Now the Rockets will use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Paul, defended by Jeff Teague. Here's a chance from long range. He continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
Houston takes over. Paul to P.J. Tucker. Fires the 3. Always has a chance for Tucker, but not that time. Teague with it up top. 9-point margin. For 3, defense swarmed Teague. Missed the 3. Paul with it up top. He'll run the offense. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Harden. Great look and vision. Has a look. Tucker with a shot that won't go. Covington to Towns. Gets to the basket and scores.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
From long range. Textbook defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
And now Houston has the basketball. Paul to P.J. Tucker. Wolves have it. And Towns with the flush. The smooth, fluid game from Karl-Anthony Towns.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter. But still, keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Paul. Rare miss the way he's been shooting. Shot's no good. Towns. Oh, they called the foul.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number
Tucker.
That's the first foul in the last 2
Harden,
minutes.
defended by Derrick Rose. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Teague with the basketball. 5-point game. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Second effort. Teague to Covington. Fires the three. Won't go down. Paul into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Nothing going here on that drive. Paul picked up by Teague. To Harden. 4-3. And James Harden, well defended, still gets it to go down.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
First half comes to an end with the Rockets in front. All set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway. Now it's Harden controlling the offense. Deep two there, won't go.
Cultures have communication. Great cultures have teammates that are willing to push you to limits that maybe you didn't even see that you had. But right now, there's no leader on this team. Everybody's just going their separate ways.
Oh, and Wiggins up to block the shot. Out of bounds the call off P.J. Tucker. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and he hits.
Today's league just throws that old school stuff out of the window. Why have twos when you can shoot threes, even on fast breaks? Guys spread out towards the three-point line instead of laying the ball easy at the rim.
Shot from the lane won't go. Taj Gibson. To Towns. Beyond the arc for three. Can't connect. Now Paul with the basketball. Up 5. Cashes in. Someone has to get into a zip code.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
To Towns. Lets it fly from long range. He engulfed him that time.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Paul. Here's a chance from long range. Not done yet. Not a good pass there. T-Wolves have it.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Fires the three. Off the iron. No good. To Capella. Taken by the Wolves. Gibson to Wiggins. Not that time. Paul across the timeline. Lead stands at 7. And a whistle.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Number 25, Austin Rivers. Subbing in for Minnesota, number 0, Jeff
Paul
Teague.
picked up by Teague. To Rivers. Gets toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
T-Wolves with the basketball. T to Towns. Has a chance. And 2 points to the board.
This is where I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Chance for Chris Paul. Offensive board to Paul. Rockets with 4 to shoot. It's Paul for 2. And he hits.
It's so deadly. Now look, part of that is God-given talent. But the other part is that ball speed combined with that handle. Oh, that's off the charts. But he always finds a way to slow himself down right before he goes into that shot.
Visit our team website for more details.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor.
Number 30,
T picked up by Paul. To Rose. The rebound belongs to Houston. With the rock, it's Chris Paul. Trying to cash in and buries it. Jay, they'll take that any day.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Austin Rivers to Paul. For 3, they dared him, and he burns them.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
Wiggins. Yes, Andrew Wiggins. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
And I think I speak for Minnesota Timberwolves fans everywhere. We're still waiting to see if the real Andrew Wiggins wants to step up and go to the next level. He averaged 18 points per game last year, but that was a drop back from the year before. For a guy being drafted #1 overall, expectations are sky high.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Paul to P.J. Tucker from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Well, they're shooting the ball at an amazing clip. And when they shoot the ball this well, they're essentially unguardable. And Ed, let me tell you what that does for the team. It eventually opens up space to put the ball down on the ground and get to the rim. That's how critical the three-point shot is.
Paul defended by Jeff Teague. Curling inside. Ball to the basket, but his shot won't go. A pass taken away by the Rockets. Deep 3 at the buzzer. 3 quarters down. The Rockets way out in front. The Wolves with the basketballs. We start the 4th quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ball game.
That's me. I got ball.
To Paul. It's usually one that he'll knock down. To Taj Gibson. Had a chance, but it's no good. Paul into the front court. It's an 8-point lead. To P.J. Tucker. Not that time. Knocked loose. Rockets come up with it.
You got to go for the score here right now in this possession.
T-Wolves at the controls going up the floor. Going to launch beyond the arc. And the Rockets have the rebound. Paul with it up top. His team leads it by 10. Flushes down the slam. Jay, they make it look so easy.
Yeah, but it's really not that easy. And as a passer, if your pass is just a fraction too early or a fraction too late, that throws the whole play off. The timing of this has to be impeccable.
Fires the three. That no good. Off the mark. Oh, he had him there for a second. Short jumper won't go down. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
No fading on that shot. Strictly up and down.
Fundamentals 101. Paul into the front court. Lead stands at 10. To P.J. Tucker. Here's CP3. Knocks it down. Off the step back.
Ooh, is there a medic in the house? You need to get those ankles retaped ASAP.
Minnesota with the basketball. 4-3. Can't get the bounce. That'll get out of bounds off one of the T-Wolves. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Into the game for the Rockets, number 13, James Harden.
Now Paul with the basketball. Lead is 12. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Harden defended by the Canadian Wiggins. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Oh, who saw that coming?
And here's the setup, Ed, down the stretch. From a player who's been in these type of positions, eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force the defense to collapse to kick out for, guess what, another one.
Here's Paul, controlling the offense. To Harden. Beyond the arc for three. And James Harden knocks it down from three.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Paul across the timeline. His guys hold a commanding lead. Oh, he's been on target from